All right, Twitch, good evening. I'm here with my co-host with the most, Miss Duudettes over here. Hi, Duudettes. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good, Sil. How are you?
I'm super excited because not only do we have HotDogs and Team Rainbow Strike Go, but we have two bears going on. Robear versus Mr. Sugar Bear.
Yes, we're going to call him Sugar Daddy Bear. And the TRSG team, Mr. Robert.
That's right. They have some interesting names. I'm super excited about this just because of that. And
exactly.
Our first map, let's go take a look at our map bands and our picks. But I'm excited about this first map pick here.
What's also really exciting for both, I'm just going to say, what's also really exciting for both of these teams is that this is their third game of the Nexus gaming series of the season, and both of them are looking for a win. So one of them will leave tonight with a first W on their record. So I'm sure they're going to be fighting it out to get that lustrous number up in front.
Yeah.
So let's see how they do. What are some of the bands? Let's take a look.
First band, Volskaya. That's a very snowbally map we can understand. Alterac, and then BOE. And then, what was our last one again? I can't tell from the tiny thing. Battlefield.
It looks like Braxis.
Braxis.
Okay. So we had two lane maps banned on the side of HotDogs, so they clearly don't want to brawl. They like to play the macro. And then TRSG banned Volskaya, which we're seeing a lot of bans for that because it's not in rotation. I feel like people just don't have the practice with it. And Alterac is a tough one. But then they picked Sky Temple.
I know. I'm excited about this. I rarely see this map picked, so this is a treat for us.
It's kind of funny because they banned macro maps and then they said let's go right into like one of the most difficult ones because the map is so big. It's so difficult to rotate from top to bottom. So I guess we might see some global picks on some of the sides here. A Dahaka would be helpful. Obviously Brightwing's incredibly helpful on heals to help with that. So let's see how they sort of draft. If they kind of go the standard, the offlaner up top and the 4-man rotating middle and bot, or if they go 1-3-1, we'll see. What kind of stuff would you like to see on this map, Sil?
Okay, just because it's fun, how do you feel about Cho'Gall or an Abathur pick? That could be interesting.
always the Cho'Gall and the Abathur pick. I thought you were going to go with something more like you definitely want to see a Zagara, right? I know you're having a great time with Zagaras as you play in the Nexus lately.
Oh yeah, Cho'Gall. If you get Cho'Gall to 16, you have no counters. It's so difficult to overcome those stun orbs, which is what people usually take when they play Cho'Gall. So it could work on this map. I've seen it done.
Well, as a specialist in some of the tanks, what kind of tanks do you like to see on this map? Obviously, you have your glorious Johanna, which is just outstanding on every map, right?
I just like Jo in general. She's so strong right now. And if she has the team to back her up, it could be really great. But let's talk about the Beatles. The Beatles, that siege potential that it can bring their team can be really powerful.
Oh yeah, and it's a combination of the Beatles. He also has incredible stuns. He also has, Anubrak has the cocoon to just lock someone else out of the team fight. And let's not forget, he kind of fits on this map, right? He's kind of thematic to it.
It's
true. Maybe you get extra bonus points for being thematic with your pick.
Oh, that would be fun, right? Because it's the scarabs with that whole Egyptian vibe, right?
Exactly, the desert feel of the bugs. Are we ready? What's going on? Oh, we're waiting for one person.
Need one more person on the side of HotDogs to join the lobby, and then we should be good to go.
And then we can also talk about their anti-portrait synergy on the teams. They clearly don't have any. So I'm already knocking points down on both sides. How dare they? Us as casters, we at least have that going for us.
I know.
So very impressive on our behalf.
Oh, they have lots of Carbot ones, though. I can appreciate a good Carbot portrait. Of course, chat can't see what we're talking about. Hi, Alperac TV. Welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Well, Not Vela is asking if Falstad is good here. You play DPS a lot more lately, Sil. What do you think of a Falstad on this map?
Falstad has one of the best disengage playmaking talents Gust, right? So I think he
Mm-hmm.
can be great on any map, especially big maps where he can utilize his global. So yeah, he'd be absolutely great on this map if they were able to secure him. All right, let me tell them casters are ready.
Yeah, and I think it just goes back to that theme of the globals. If you get a team with a Dahaka, with a Falstad, Brightwing, like there's just so much you can do, just movement around the map. The reason why I brought up Zagaro is she also has that ability to move around the map with the Nexus talent, or the Nidus, talent, at 10, which I tend to favor. So, yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised if we see some globals and maybe even some bans of those.
All right, let's go ahead and go to our draft scene here. See what we're going to pick up. I love that name, Scaly Manfish. I have questions about that.
Many, many questions. Also, the fat loots at the bottom. At the bottom for us. Well, there you go. Your first global ban, which is Brightwing. Definitely a menace. Flying Frog. Get out of here.
Flying Frog. Lols, I usually hear it as the fruit fly. But I like the Flying Frog. Ooh, Orphea. This must be a target ban. What do you think?
I think you're right. Orpheus, kind of like a special talent, special player ban, I think. Joe, as expected, banned. Oh,
yeah.
It just popped up on my screen.
Apologize, chat, if you can hear stuff going on behind me. I have a very active gaming household in my home.
Where a house of serious gamers is happening.
That's right. My whole family.
Oh.
Ooh.
A Zeratul ban.
I like seeing that. He can be very valuable with a roaming gank.
Some people play him as an off lane, but I feel like those are definitely target bans.
Hogger's over here picked up on the side of HotDogs. This is appropriate since I think that his little bombs look like hot dogs.
And he is kind of a dog, right?
Well, yeah, he's a gnoll, right? But he does look like a dog.
Yeah. So it's thematic. HotDogs going for it. Love it.
And there it is. The Russian. The man with the most silences and big blow-up potential. And there's that Falstad.
That Gust could come in handy a lot. I would just really hope, I always feel like it's so dangerous with a Gust, if you're not communicating with your team, any anti-synergy that can come from it, gusting the other team into your teammates who aren't ready for it. I've seen that happen. Or gusting them right at the moment where someone might do a skill shot. So we'll see how well TRSG works together here.
Cassia and Lucio. I like the Lucio pick here because it helps with fast rotation. Also, denial of rotation, being able to ride wall along those areas in the jungle can make it super quick and deny XP, basically.
Yeah, it's one way to make up for that lack of global that TRSG already has with Falstad. Dahaka's still on the table, which is an incredibly strong offlaner as it is, who can burrow in and join any fight. So I wouldn't mind seeing a ban by HotDogs on that.
And Team Rainbow Strike Go says no to Gary. Sorry, Gary, no play for you today.
It's interesting ban. I'm not really sure if what HotDogs are showing is very threatening for that type of a hero. It's peculiar ban.
It might be a target ban. But I do like the Leo ban because if they did pick up Leo on the side of Team Rainbow Strike Go, that's almost like a level 20 Entomb at level 10 with the silence inside of it, right?
Absolutely. That's a smart ban. The combination with the Stukov and Leo, it's just disgusting.
If Malthael and Blaze picked up, that's a lot of CC and big damage from the Malthael.
It's a lot of fast rotations for the Malthael if he gets that quick mount speed, and we know that Malthael is incredibly good hero at clearing lanes. So we know that he's the bruiser, and Blaze looks like he is the tank, unless we somehow see another tank being picked, which would be an interesting
I've seen it.
turn of events.
A lot of double tank meta going on right now in games. Tyrael and Raynor. Will it be a laner or will it be Pepper Raynor? I'm curious.
I wonder if the Tyrael pick is to sort of be able to get to the back line, to get to the Stukov, so that the Stukov can't just be silencing his teammates the entire time. Because Tyrael, as you know, you play him, kind of can dive in and come back out and people are just angry because they
Yeah,
can't kill
he
him.
can provide
Oh,
a lot of quickness. There's that double tank meta. Wow, look at this
wow,
front line
interesting.
coming out on the side of Team Rainbow Strike Go. This should be
It's
interesting.
a lot riding on the bird's shoulders has the only damage. What I think might happen, which I would like to see, is actually Malthael in the foreman, rotating middle and bottom, to be able to clear the waves quickly because he is so freaking talented at that. And you keep Blaze up top, laning against the Hogger. Well, we'll see how they decide to play it. Maybe they have their own thing in mind. Interesting, interesting. All right, we see some synergy on the side of HotDogs, 2 choo-choo trains. I'm impressed by that, but the rest of the team needs to pick up the slack, please. They're showing Snowman. Hello, we're in February.
Maybe it's cold where they live.
All right, I feel like TRHG has a theme going. They're all matching with Carbot, so good for them. I'm in love. They
That's
already have
something, right?
So just based on that, I think that they have the stronger draft because they have the stronger synergy in their portraits.
I know, it's like automatic 10 plus game cred, right?
Exactly. But overall, so what do you think of the two drafts? Like, which one do you think could come out on top? Keeping in mind it's a macro map.
I have to see the builds on the Rainer in particular and Cassia to really judge that, I think. But so far, I'm leaning towards Team Rainbow Strike Go, just based on what I'm seeing with Wave Clear.
Well, what type of build would you be looking for on Rainer? Do you think, are you just worried that he's going to just go off lane, focus only, instead of maybe some murder?
You know me, I love Laner. Laner is like a peaceful place in my heart. It takes care of things, but he can get big damage if he goes another build. We'll see.
All right.
All right, let's take a look over here. On the side of Team Rainbow Strike Go, we have Robert. Oh, and we have a pause. Oh, Fat Loots looks like they lost their connection, and we'll just give them a moment. But meanwhile, we can go ahead and call. We have Salim on the May, and Kingle, I can't quite see right there. Wish that. Go ahead and tab. There we go. Kingle on the Malthael and Panda on the Stukov, Robert on the Blaze, and our last but not least, Falstad, Silver on Falstad.
And on the side of HotDogs, we have Zimzam up on the Hogger, Mr. Sugarbear on the Tyrael. They're on top of each other, so I can't see, but I believe it's Fat Loots on the Rainer. Pace picking up the Cassia, and on heels is the Scaly Manfish.
Scaly Manfish, you're going to have fun saying that this whole game.
All game long. You got to say it's Scaly Manfish.
And Mr. Sugarbear.
Love it. All right, just give them a second trying to figure out their internet issues. Maybe they need to feed the hamster.
True.
Keep it going. Now, do we see them both running towards this midpoint to get the Vision? Because Vision does win games. Oh, hello. Back and forth. Hello.
You can take a look down here at these talents while they are figuring out what's going on. Only Rainer has not picked, and neither has the Tyrael.
Pull up the talents too. Remember, you control 1. I think pulls them up on your screen as well.
Yep. Heat transfer on May. That's pretty normal. Low blow on Stukov. And this is my favorite on Blaze when I play Blaze is Adrenaline Stimpack. And we have a Q build Falstad.
I think mostly see Adrenaline Blaze when they actually are off laning. So I might be correct that he will be in the off lane.
Control Shift C removes chat. Thank you, Alpharak. I appreciate that.
Alpharak the king over here. Let's go. We have Cassia stacking with her Qs. So she's going to be doing probably a little bit more of the magic damage than, physical damage there. On the Prowl, which I think is very standard for Hoggers.
It's pretty meta.
He can be pretty brawly. Accelerando for Lucio, definitely pretty good for those fast rotations, as you mentioned, when we were drafting.
Pity. The hero came.
And if you're Italian, accelerando.
And then we have exactly what you wanted on the Rainer.
Yes, the laner build exterminator.
4.
Let's go. And inspire those minions.
Okay, I want to
Always very
know,
important.
are they going to die for the eye? Yes.
Well, TRSG taking full control of that eye. Great zoning by the Stukov with the silence. Kind of just leaving the hot dogs out to the pasture.
Yeah, I like
Come on.
Robert's position over here, messing with the backline, but then Zimzam's like, nope, I'm going to go in the backline over here.
Oh, all that
and
poking.
first blood on the Malthael, picked by the Cassia. Tyrael goes down. He's looking for a target to explode on. Not much comes out because Mei used her trait to get out of that. It's a big shield for her.
A lot is still brawling. I think what really happened there was the hot dogs just outpoked the TRSG team, getting their team pretty low to secure that kill. Maybe the Tyrael got a little bit overzealous and dove in and also had the similar fate.
Yep.
Oh, we have the Tyrael still not picking his level 1 talent? Is that just me?
Let's take a look. Yeah, he still has
Very
not.
odd.
Mr. Sugarbill, please take your talent.
Is there a reason you think Syl to be holding it? I'm not familiar with his level 1 talents. Like, what would you be looking from your opposite team?
I mean, it depends. There's a bruiser build. Oh, there, he took it. He took, like, an auto attack build. Lots of gloves. It's lots of self-sustain on his part.
Yeah.
Team Ring of
saw-
Us, like, go ahead on the camp take. We
saw
have
them
Silver
try to
down
threaten,
here.
try to threaten Hot Dog. It just wasn't happening.
Yeah. Rainer just plinking away. We already have big camp being taken up here by Malthael. Hogger's gonna go ahead and do the same over there. Just gotta give some love out to the offlaners.
Seeing the value of why they went so many bruisers to offlane, because they were able to have Malthael take that camp solo by himself while top lane was being covered. And that's usually the plan on this map, is to get that camp so you can get some value up top. But a little bit in trouble for TRSG down bottom. They gotta deal with the pesky Rainer and the Tyrael.
I have to say, that's one of the values of taking laner here, is inspiring those troops. It gives you a lot of push. They're getting, look, they already have a tower down there, despite TRSG having half a level lead on XP.
There is literally 2 fights happening at the same
Yep.
time on this map. I don't know where to look still. Like, we have the 2 people fighting down bottom, and then we have the 3 versus 3 up top with a camp. What? It's insane.
That was a huge push by TRSG right here. If they get this temple, they can get this entire fort up here.
They're at a disadvantage up top because they are missing their healer. Their healer was one of the heroes down bottom. Silver very low with his fall stat, but they're able to clear that wave. Now 4 people up here on the side of Hot Dogs while Blaze is clearing bottom, and Stukov made his way up.
And let's take a look up here. They're going to be fighting over this first temple up top.
Oh,
and
Zimzam
Rainer
getting caught in the blizzard.
going down. Big damage out from the side of TRSG. Able to chunk them down. Pace just going ahead and getting this. They know that they can't contest that point without the numbers.
Really good point control by TRSG. Unfortunately, Hogger was sort of the only front line up top for the side of Hot Dogs. Tyrael was doing his thing off laning, kind of trying to balance out what Blaze is doing all the way in the bottom lane. But instead now Hot Dogs kind of giving up on the top point and taking the middle one because nobody else is there.
It makes sense. I mean, they knew that they didn't have the numbers to do this. We have Tyrael up here trying to deny that rotation on the side of TRSG so that they continue to get the shots off from this mid-temple. Oh, big stun out from Robert.
Oh, wow, an
what a
amazing
fight.
blizzard. Oh, goodness.
Cassia goes down. Mr. Sugar Bear, is he going to go down? Does he escape? And...
Oh,
oh!
the other
it's
side of
like-
the wall. So greedy, though, and he's getting
Greedy,
chunked.
and they trade.
Oh my god, how satisfying is that when you play Tyrael that you killed the person that just killed you?
Oh my gosh, I have is it Imperious's voice? What does he say, that line? So easy, even Tyrael can do it.
Oh no, that's such like a terrible comment. So at the end of that objective, we have TRSG kind of up on a level 9-8, and also structures. They were able to get that camp, get some good value push, and get most of the shots up top, which cost HotDogs their top fort. But that's generally the strategy on this map that, you know, you and I, when we play together, we try to get that top fort because it really frees up your offlaner to join more in the fights.
Agreed. Really well done on the side of TRSG. Falstad on the flank putting big damage on Fat Lutz, but Fat Lutz has his E up and he's able to heal completely, and with the help of Scaly Manfish on the Lucio, but big stun out by Robert.
Oh,
there's a disengage! Oh, and
no!
combustion goes out. Will we see a team wipe here? Wow.
Wow, 3 members of HotDogs goes down. What an incredible combo.
They are going straight for this boss play while they have that space. Although I think if I was the side of TRSG, I might have pushed that mid keep to get more structure damage, get that pressure in lanes with the catapult. But look at this. They've got great boss burn, and they will secure this.
The value of a good team synergy here. You kind of saw the false tech just killing the minions in the top of the lane, and I was like, is he going to join this fight or not? This team's being very aggressive, but he just barrel rolls behind them and gusts them into the Blaze, who had the combustion talent. Just didn't allow the Rainer to escape at all.
Yeah, what a great combination. Love it. Quest complete on the side of Q. Oh, big ice wall out.
Oh.
2-man ice wall. Slapping out, coming out from that panda. Whack, whack.
Trying to engage TRSG now that they have their own 10s up. Ignoring the boss, who just took the building and just walking along. Wow, huge stun.
Wow. Cassie tries to throw out her ult, but it doesn't connect with anyone. Oh, and Tyrael goes down. Let's see that push. No connection from the combustion. Hogger says no and whacks them away with a Q.
Great disengage by Hogger on that Q. So that the only person that they have down on HotDogs is a Tyrael. Good team fight.
Yep.
I think they had just got their 10s activated for HotDogs, so they really were just thirsty for blood.
Taking camp. Meanwhile, they're going to go ahead and get value on this bot objective. I do like seeing this split here.
Yeah, TRSG is really just taking full control of this map, trying to get some value up top, while they're also being able to secure some shots on the middle fort, which is going to go down. But HotDogs coming down as a 5-man, trying to get at that one person that was there. And unfortunately for them, it was Falstad, who just quickly disengages.
I would do the same thing because they didn't have vision on the Malthael taking that camp, and they have vision on the Blaze up top clearing, so that they know they have the numbers for this fight, despite the fact that the enemy team is a tier level up on 13 already. Looks like Falstad's going to probably look for a fly-in, and there it is. I don't know if they'll get there in time to be able to make the engage, except they know they're going for this camp here.
Yeah, they do have a talent tier up. Good boop by Lucio to prevent the stun. But Tyrael gets stuck in the silence. It's just terrible. But he puts out his invulnerable.
Wow.
Fantastic use of your ult.
But low blow is going to take some of them out.
It's just not the best place to fight. Tight corners or tight spaces is so something that just any Stukov can just exploit with those silences, unfortunately. So we lose the Cassia on the side of HotDogs.
All right, pretty standard. They're going to keep up that map pressure there by taking the camp. Let's see if they can catch up. We have Hogger over here trying to clear this wave. Oh, his whole team is joining them. They know that they cannot be caught out or else it's GG. So I like that they're sticking together.
I think TRG just sort of buying time, trying to figure out, look, our next objective phase is going to have 2 temples up top and bottom.
They're backing up a little bit. Maybe they're sniffing out a flank coming out from the side of HotDogs.
Yeah, they're just trying to get some...
They see Blaze down here. They're probably tempted to... Oh no, they're just going to go clear the camp over here.
As you know, Blaze is not the easiest offlaner to jump off on. It's got such easy escapes.
Yeah,
So
he's great sustain.
Anything interesting to you about the ults picked on both sides of the?
I think everything's pretty standard.
Yeah, Sanctification makes sense, and you saw how useful that was. The Lucio high five is, I mean, that's one of my favorites. The Valkyrie by Cassia, that's interesting to see, and Shockwave on the Hogger, along with Hyperion, who's doing some good zoning and sieging with that.
If she can hit a target and pull them out of position, it can be really powerful, and the upgrade for Valkyrie is actually very good. But it is a very difficult ulti to hit.
We see the Hyperion come out from Raynor, just kind of help siege that top tower so we can get some shots on some other buildings. It looks like really HotDogs just needs to start taking some real estate away from TRSG. TRSG just pushing in all lanes and letting them do it.
Yep. But right now they have bot objective. We have Blaze still collecting soak. They have tier 16. They are really controlling this map right now.
Absolutely. I think this tier 16 advantage is huge for them. Boss is back up.
Look at this. With that push from the Blaze, they were able to secure bot keep, and there's a win condition right there for TRSG.
And with the boss up in bot lane, like, this is not looking so pretty for HotDogs.
Falstad posturing. I think they might try to bait this out. Perhaps try to get a kill before they actually take the boss.
Yeah,
nope,
I mean,
they're just going for it. Let's go.
But you know what? They can. They have so much disengage. They have the they have an ice wall. They do have the gust, and then they have a slap by Stukov. It's just a lot. Nobody is checking that bush. Would you want a little cue from that May on that bush?
Oh, big ice wall and the gust coming out. Will they get a team wipe here? Tyrael almost going down. There's the Cassia ulti.
Beautiful.
Oh, she's in there. She's in there. She wants blood, but I don't think Cassia will make it out there. And there is almost a wipe. Hogger Joggers got out. And will we see a push to win here? Can they end?
I think this might be it. The Cassia, who's some of the main damage here, is not going to be up for at least another 20 seconds. They still have the talent here advantage, which is they have that going into that fight. So HotDogs really just fighting from behind.
Oh, big stun out on the Hogger. Invulnerable comes out. Core is going down. There's the
don't know where will you end up with that Hogger, and oh my goodness, again the silence puddles are just so deadly. I know how much you hate playing against the Stukov.
I hate playing against the Stukov. It can be so difficult to go around unless you have some kind of dive character to get him out of place and make him uncomfortable with his position. It's so hard to see that.
And it's like, you almost feel like that's exactly why they picked the Tyrael in this case to do that. But it's just so difficult for that character to get behind that chunky front line. Because Malthael can do so much damage. He does percentage damage on heroes. And the stunning, the CC that was also, I think they just outdrafted them here with TRSG, even with this very unconventional approach with the two bruisers.
Agreed. Let's take a look at this damage right here. Big damage coming out from Kingle.
See, again, it's like that percentage damage in those tight fights, in tight quarters, really are to Malthael's advantage. So HotDogs sort of played right into TRSG's draft and exactly what they wanted to see in these fights. Their CC is so perfect for those types of fight. You have the Mei landing her roots, you have the Blaze landing the stuns. So it was really impressive and makes sense why the Malthael has so much damage out of all of this.
All right, let's take a look at those talents. Yeah, we didn't get to see a level 20 game here. I'd be interested to see what map they're going to want to go to next. Let me go ahead and give them a quick message to see where they want to go.
And otherwise, I think pretty standard builds on everyone here. Nothing really stands out of the ordinary. Probably would have been curious. Maybe they just maybe the bounce. I always wonder about the bouncing ball in the Cassia. Probably could have done a little bit more damage. Maybe it would have forced TRSG to disengage since they didn't have any other sort of disengages on the side of Hot Dogs to stop the constant attacks. I mean, they did have a Lucio Boop, but once in a while, and then you have the Hog or Q that we saw being used, but nothing big like TRSG had with the slaps from Stukov and the gust from Falstad. So, and even the wall, I guess, from May is a good disengage. I know you use that often as a fantastic disengage that can turn into an engage after.
Exactly. I'm surprised. I don't know about the other Hogger players here. I wonder if they might have gotten a little bit more value out of taking Hortipult to be able to dive behind and get those squishy characters, but they were very mobile. It would be only the Falstad. And I guess once you're in there, it'd be very difficult to get out. But it is a Hogger, and Hogger joggers can spin away.
Absolutely. I think maybe that was also kind of something that they needed on the side of Hot Dogs is that dive in to stop the Stukov from doing so much like just the silencing and just irreparable harm for his own teammates, because those tight fights, you silence in an area, they can't engage, they can't use their skills. So it didn't matter if you had Valkyrie or the ball, or it didn't matter if you were Exterminator or not, you were just kind of silent. And you couldn't press buttons.
They definitely had an advantage in fighting in those tight corridors on the side of TRSG.
All right. So we have Hot Dogs then going ahead, and they're going to pick the next map. They did.
Infernal Shrines. Let's go.
So we're going again to another macro map, and we'll see how this one plays out. I think we sort of know what Team Rainbow Stripe Go is capable of after witnessing their Sky Temple conquest. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see yet again like them going with this bruiser build. Again, Malthael's so good on this map as well because he can clear those monkeys on the shrines fast, and we saw that he could clear the waves fast, the camps fast. So it's actually a really interesting strategy that we might see applied again here, unless Hot Dogs are saying, look, that we didn't like that at all. Let's sort of stop these people from doing this approach that they did that worked so well.
I'm just laughing at some of these. Our strat is to kill the core. I love this friendly banter that we're seeing out from both teams.
I think that's a good strategy, right? That's usually the strategy that we all go in when we play the match.
Take the structures, kill the core, let's go.
Take the real estate, take the biggest one, the holy grail of it all, which is the core.
I don't know. I've played for some people who are bloodthirsty. What do you think?
I believe we have both played for people that are bloodthirsty. And I've played a game where we purposely tried to get 50 kills before ending on a Battlefield of Eternity, and it worked out.
That sounds like mega trolling right there.
What? Me? No, never. I was the one feeding. I was on Johanna. It's terrible. I shouldn't Johanna.
I love me some Johanna, and right now she can do big damage with her builds.
Absolutely.
Especially level 20, it can be painful, and it can take away any kind of engage that you plan if you take that Falling Swords.
Absolutely. I think that's why we always see her banned, which I think we'll see her again banned here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Stukov ban, because I really wouldn't want one team to have it at all. Like, I don't want anybody to have it. I think it's such an unfair advantage, as we just saw in this last match. You can always pull up Rhaegar, who I know he got a little bit changed last week, but I still think he's a viable healer with his kit that he's doing, his contributions to the matches. So besides that, obviously a Hogger would be great, because you can spin forever on the shrines if you know exactly how to do that, and capture that as well. What else could we see on this map, Sil? What do you tend to look for when you play it?
I'm always on the side of macro. Can you take camps quickly? Do you have those globals you've been talking about, Dahaka? If Dahaka is double soaking and he has that moment to help invade one of those lower half of the map camps by bush stalking in and turns a 4v4 into a 4v5, can be really valuable.
Again, we're seeing the Orphea ban. At this point, I feel like I need to do some research. What is going on?
Which one of them plays Orphea?
It's like, which one of you is guilty of this? This person just really doesn't want to see you play this hero, period.
Orphea is big damage. Oh, I like this ban. Most hated hero in the Nexus. The Junkrat.
He's such a fun hero from what I've been told to play against.
Man, he can really enable his team by being so disruptive, booping people out of position and then allowing his team to capitalize on it. Yep. Respect
there it
right
is.
there. No more Stooky Dookie on the side of TRSG.
All right, I'm convinced that this is a target ban because I just did some quick research in the last match that HotDogs played that it was banned both matches as well. So someone on the side of HotDogs is a Master Orphea player. Who are you? Raise your hand, please.
I know about Master Orphea players.
Exactly. So we see TRSG picking up Brightwing, a global hero on a pretty big map. Makes sense to me since Stukov was banned. Again, not going for the Rhaegar or the Joe and giving Mr. Sugarbag Joe.
Let's go, Johanna and Scaly Manfish on the Anduin.
My goodness. We already know what this could mean. Oh, the combo of Light Bomb and Falling Sword could be in our future.
We'll see. Hopefully he won't be out of cards.
Oh, I'm out of cards. It's my favorite voice line. That's how I tell you guys when I'm out of mana. It just makes sense.
Ooh. Ragnaros and Vala picked up on the side of TRSG. That's some big wave clear there.
It's a spicy meatball on one side, that's for sure. If Ragnaros goes meatball build, which seems most people.
Meatball.
It is. Then you also have the constant issue of lava wave coming out. I know someone said it only clears 2 minion waves, but 2 minion waves is enough to really get some push that HotDogs needs to respond to. And HotDogs putting out the ban of May. They said, didn't like your May, Salim. Get out of here.
Yeah, the May really enabled their team, the ice walls, and all of those, especially in those small corridors with those blizzards dropped.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You don't like Stukovs. I don't like Mays.
Oh, I'm so sad. No hot dogs for the side of HotDogs. I love seeing that infinite spin going on during the objective on the shrine.
And so we saw that ban because Zimzam played that last time. We see Pace again picking up the Cassia and Zimzam saying, fine, take my Hogger away and I'll do the Lunara, which looks very stylish in her skin.
The Manduin. Yes, Vel the Manduin. How shall they answer this? Oh, this is spicy.
Oh, goodness. Rexar being picked up on the side of TRSG. That's some stuns. People forget.
Stuns for days and maybe a main tank Blaze coming out over here.
Another stunner boy. So we're again seeing like sort of a triple bruiser on the side of TRSG. They're being very creative with their draft. I kind of like it. It's exciting. It's different. It's unexpected.
It's Ooh, KTZ by Fat Loots. Let's go.
Oh my goodness.
There's the extra bodies with Misha over there to get his chain stacks. We shall see.
Absolutely, which I think is a line he says. This is actually not a bad pickup by the side of HotDogs because when you have so much frontline, you have so many more targets to chain and it just becomes hell for the people in the back, the Brightwing, the Valid, to not be chained to those people, those big bodies in the front. So it's actually a very strong and interesting counter pick. And HotDogs going with the triple assassins, while TRSG says we're going to go with the triple bruisers.
Yeah, this should be interesting, and I like seeing a KTZ being played with a Johanna. It makes it really easy for him to hit his skill shots. He should be able to... Oh, I gotta go ahead and switch over to in-game. My bad. He should be able to stack pretty early. So over here, we have Robert on the Ragnaros, Salim on the Blaze, Kingle on that Rexar and Panda on the Fruit Fly. And last but not least, Silver on that Vala. Let's go ahead and look over on the side of HotDogs.
Yes, the Hot Dogs on the red side. We have Mr. Sugar Bear in the front on the Johanna, Zimzam on the Lunara, Fat Lutz picking up the Kel'Thuzad, Pace again on the Cassia, and Scaly Manfish on the Anduin. Seeing some interesting first talents come out. Really not what I expected from the Johanna, the Laws of Hope. When you have a Vala on the other side, not picking up the double shield glare is a little interesting choice. I have no faith in your Anduin.
I see shenanigans going on here on the mini map. Do you?
Oh no, I missed it.
I see shenanigans. Look at 3 of them top up here. Are they going to go for some early siege here? Blaze showing bot. HotDogs rotating down to see if they can get that gank, but Blaze is able to E away. He goes back in just to give him a spicy poke. They do not want to give stacks to Fat Lutz right here. They say, no way, KT, you are not going to get this. Look at, we have Misha here waiting for, I guess we don't want to see any kind of violence against bears. The chain does miss.
Yeah, absolutely a great strategy on the side of TRSG to deny the Kel'Thuzad his chains, because he's such a weak hero early game. Once he gets stacked, he becomes more formidable.
He's just a monster when he gets late game and he's stacked. He can just blow people up.
Exactly. So they seem to be doing a great job at denying him that. He's sitting at just 2. That's where I am.
Look at those talents. Q-Build Vala. We have Neuropack. Meatballs. Oh, you're right. Spicy meatballs. And Hyper Shift over here. Laws of Hope. The Wisp. Lighted Frost. Q stacks again. And we have
Johanna doing a great job at zoning out the Blaze. He tried to Q into that camp. She took the hit for the team, and Fat Lutz was able to stand on the point to secure it. So they got the neutral camp bottom, but they also have to respond to the camp that TRSG got her in the middle.
Ooh, big condemn coming out. Let's see if we can get any more stacks. They're just focusing on clearing this.
I'm not jealous of the Ragnaros having to lane against Lunara. I think that would be a miserable time for me if I was up there. I just don't like being a melee hero having to deal with a ranged person poking me out when I'm trying to just clear my waves. It's very helpful that he went meatballs so he can get his waves cleared done that way from a safe distance.
Yeah, and that's another way of Ragnaros playing as more of a poke character.
Johanna just giving the Misha hard time middle, while TRSG goes off to do their camp top for the Bruiser camp top. HotDogs is going to do it, but going the long way around, the scenic route, let's say.
Yeah, they're worried. They had no vision of what was happening. Sorry, I'm like busy looking at the mini map. My bad for not moving the camera.
We have the objective actually already being activated by TRSG. We were at even talent here, so I wouldn't mind really seeing these guys fight for it. TRSG looking like they're going to get 7s first.
I'm going to take a look at those talents again.
HotDogs just seems to be taking their time to get to the objective.
All right, big stun coming out.
Chain.
And Fend coming out from the Cassia. Will they get a pick on the Misha? I don't think so. Misha is out. Do not call PETA in this case.
We absolutely seeing the value of a Johanna pulling the team together, stunning them long enough so that KTZ can get some stacks off of it. Chained a couple of people there, got some roots on a couple of people, but they're going to reset and tap.
Yeah, I think they have to, and they're probably going to realize that they're not going to be able to get this objective.
Lunara coming down to fight with the team, and they get the Rexar. They said, we don't want Misha, we want Rexar.
Are they going to prove me wrong? Will they be able to catch up? Blaze coming in. He's going to E away and says, I don't want any of that. You still have Ragnaros. He's finally rotating down, but Lunara's Wisp is going to be able to scout him out, so they do see him coming. And they're catching up, and now the slide of HotDogs is beating them out on the race. 39, and they secure the objective. Let's go.
Really, Lunara rotating down to join the team at the perfect time because Blaze went top. I'm not really sure why. Maybe they were looking to gank on the Lunara themselves, and it kind of resulted in the loss of the point. But it doesn't matter because TRSG, they have the Ragnaros who can Molten Core and just take some damage from the Punisher here, and zone out the rest of the team of HotDogs.
They're still getting. They've got down that top tower. The gate is almost down. Not a bad first objective, and it's not the biggest one. So I think pretty good value there, and they're getting a slight XP lead. Let's see if they can snowball and pull ahead and get to 10s first.
They get the camp middle lane first, and bringing down their entire 4-man on the Blaze, who Johanna was just harassing. The rest of the team of TRSG is nowhere in sight, but Brightwing teleports onto the Blaze, stuns again to get out. They keep chasing, but it's just the Johanna, and she's such a badass bitch. She can do whatever she wants.
Nicely done by the side of HotDogs.
Well, when the Vala had to back, so I guess maybe she was low health from doing the camp by herself with the Brightwing, and so really no engagement possible on the side of TRSG, giving HotDogs that bottom camp.
Take a look here mid for a second. Give some love to the Rexar. He's just going to go ahead and rotate down. Or is he going to scout? Yeah, I think he was scouting out the jungle there.
I love it. It seems like HotDogs in such better comfort place with these picks, with this kind of unconventional draft that they're doing with the 3 assassins in response to the 3 bruisers.
Big stun out on Zimzam, but she's able to use. Will she get out?
Oh my goodness!
Misha wants blood,
Misha!
and she barely gets out. What a good escape by the Lunara. They almost got that gank. I was expecting a meatball to fly over to her and finish her off, but they did not get that pick.
It's a great opportunity to do that, exactly, because Amisha was aggroing the towers. Maybe it was on cooldown, maybe just miscommunication, but something to think about next time.
Setting up a bush gank here. They want blood. There's some chains coming out. The
Lots of
bunker
ults
is
coming out.
Yep.
Blaze on the backline while Johanna's trying to be on the backline for TRSG's team. Kind of has to then return to help peel. She has very delicate backliners, as I always call KTZ. She might be taking the sacrifice here so that the team can get away. A lot of damage being dealt, but but you know, TRSG actually got the advantage of having their 5th man rotate down. Lunara's still top.
So many resets on that ulti from Fat Loots.
Oh yeah, KTZ keeps going. So the only thing they lost was a Johanna, which is, I guess, sort of her job. And hopefully Lunara got some more value for them up top.
She sacrificed for the team.
Oh. You know, I probably would have loved to have seen Lunara go a different level 4 talent that would get more siege opportunities for them. The Siphoning Toxin is, honestly, I was told, such minimal healing that it's not generally worth the pick. Probably could get way more value from clearing the waves and sieging the buildings if she had gone the other talent.
Oh, the PvE talent at 4?
Yeah, exactly.
So TRSG gets an early start on this objective. They have a camp pushing. It'll be versus the other camp soon. Probably some of them will rotate kill those shamans. We'll see, but they have a 16 minion lead on this objective. You saw that scouting oil slick out there from the Blaze. Oh, big ulti out by the Johanna. Let's see, does someone die here? Bunker is coming out to protect that Blaze. I think we're not going to see any kills here, but they have.
Oh my goodness! Fat Loots landing the combo on the Blaze, just not having any follow up from the teammates. They were sort of confused and probably wanted to start doing the objective some more.
Yeah, it looked like TRSG was backing off, so that was probably what was going through their minds at that point. They're going to use this opportunity to try to catch up in numbers because TRSG is still ahead. Big stun out by Misha. Coming in with the Blaze stun. Oil slick coming out. They're taking a look. Oh, and leaping strikes out from Zimzam.
On the Blaze, unfortunately. Cassia just getting stuck up against that wall. Easy target for the Vala and Blaze stuns. And TRSG just able to kind of zone out take out the DPS on the side
big damage
of
on Blaze. Will get this kill. Slam's like, I'm out of here. Sugar Bear getting slayed. Sugar Bear murdered by a bear.
It was awesome. It was perfect. Sorry, Sugar Bear. Misha gotcha.
Oh, big stun. Good disengage out from Fat Loose. He's wanting a little bit more. Nice chastise by Scaly Man Fish, helping them disengage from there. They want to be really careful here. They don't have their tank with the Unstoppable. John Cena could come over here and give him a smash, and Cassia does go down. They have a lot of CC there. That can be so hard for Cassia to play into. Once she stops, she loses that 30 armor, and it can be very difficult to come back if you're not able to constantly move.
I would much rather see the pace play Cassia a lot safer and from a range. You're going your Q stacks. Just stack your Qs, get some value from that. You probably get more value from doing that than Fend, which is putting you in such jeopardy time after time. Although, I'm going to give a lot of credit to Fat Lutz, who's landing a lot of these chains and these combos. Once he got his Ice Spike out, he's doing a great job. The one thing, though, still, I'm not sure if you noticed from some of the alts, we're definitely not getting the combo that we were talking about in the drafts that could have really maybe made a difference for HotDogs here.
Oh, and Cassia hits that Valkyrie onto Misha and someone called PETA because Misha died.
Revenge. Revenge for the teammate who fell
That's
to the
right. We're not seeing that combo you're talking about, mostly because Johanna did not take Falling Swords.
She went Blessed Shields, and it feels like because of that, we're just not getting any value off of the Light Bomb. But the Light Bomb's being used probably not at the best time. So it's a difficult way to coordinate. It's such a great ability. Oh, here we go.
It
Now
is.
it's coming out at the best time.
Big Light Bomb. Will Vala go down? Yes, she does. From the Leaping Strikes from Zimzam on that Lunara. Misha goes down again. Poor Misha.
It's exactly what I wanted to see from Zimzam. He kept jumping on the Blaze constantly, and that was a beautiful light bomb on the Johanna to stop the Vala from escaping that allowed Zimzam to really focus in and abuse it.
Big Condemn. Valkyrie comes out.
No. Whoa. Oh, he's sleeping, but not really.
Oh,
he's dead.
And Rexar goes down. Good night, Misha. You get to sleep with your master tonight. Unfortunate.
Honestly, some great kills, some great use of their buttons on the side of HotDogs. Very
Agreed.
impressive. It's giving them the balls to actually go ahead and invade here on the top, on the Bruiser camp on the side of TRSG.
Take
do
a
have Misha down.
look. Down here, they're going to go ahead and get that bot pressure.
It's true.
While
so
they stole their camp.
They gave up the top. They went for the top Bruiser, but they gave up their bottom fort. I actually would have loved to see them maybe push a little bit more top. They have a Johanna that can kind of tank a little bit of the shots. They saw most of the team on the side of TRSG bottom. Really maybe a missed opportunity to get some value up top with that camp.
Agreed. A little bit nervous about the split. They could have done a little bit of siege right here, but I think they're going to go tend their lanes. They see that top camp up here pushing, and so immediately they're going to go as a team to clear it. Lunar Wisp scouting Salim out over there. So
Good use of the Wisp.
Yeah, no flanking for them. They are looking for a pick, and I think that's a good idea right before objective, because if they can secure one, it'll be very good for them to be able to secure the mid-objective and push really hard. But no kills are coming out. They're going to probably go ahead and look to start this shrine.
Again, landing his combo, the KTZ, but it was just on Misha. Misha does have the extra armor to help her out during those moments where she's just getting stuck by the ice. I think that's where, again, we saw a reason for them to have pushed top. If they had taken that wall down, they probably could have been a lot more aggressive invading TRSG.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing with Fat Lutz here. He scouted Salim looking for that flank. Oh no, and Anduin goes down. Bunker is dropped. Bid ulti's coming out. Valkyrie pulling him into it. Misha's going to go down. Robert looking for more engage, and they're just going to keep plinking away at this. Will they be able to catch another? Oh, that would have been such a good catch if they wouldn't have missed that chain onto Kingle on the Rexar.
Sugar Bear really low without the Anduin around. I guess that's the reason why you take that level 1 talent that he took for that. Zimzam harassing the Robert with her leaps. Fat Lutz trying to land something. It's not working. Again, they don't have their healer up, so they basically have to back off because Johanna backed off to reset.
And TRSG does secure this objective. And it is a frozen Punisher. This is the most powerful Punisher that you can grab on this. It shuts down structures. There it is.
Unstoppable. At least you got the... And
oh, big stun out by Salim. Trying to zone them out so they can secure the structure. Whoa, big ulti out from Pace. Oh, so many ultis dropped.
Oh my goodness. That's absolutely the reason why you go bunker when you're playing the Blaze. Like, it just gets you out of like those tight positions. You see the light bomb coming, you can basically protect yourself from ever having it affect you. Pace eating everything that the Punisher has to give him.
Yep, and I love, you saw that phylactery coming off from Fat Lucy was able to return almost immediately. We have 20s already out on the side of TRSG. They're just going to go ahead and pick up what they can while they're waiting for their wonderful Rexar and Misha Bear to come back.
I think what really sort of started off badly for the side of HotDogs during that shrine fight, you know, they had the Blaze invading the backline while Johanna was trying to invade the TRSG backline, and then she immediately uses her ult, which they got no value from it because her entire team was also stunned by the Blaze. I would love to see her maybe use that to punish that Blaze when they dive in, just even if it's just one person. Just go ahead and put that out there because it'll create a target so easily accessible for your team to explode on. So
exactly,
that's probably what I would have loved to have seen done. Just don't, you know, tank players tend to do that, sort of keep marching forward and not paying attention to what's going on with their backline, and maybe their approach should be going front to back in that case when someone's offering themselves up like that.
I don't know if you noticed right here, there was a cheeky bush check with that meatball.
You gotta use what you got.
Exactly. They're gonna go for this invade. Although HotDogs does have 20s online. Sugar Bear looking for engage here. He gets it with Blessed Shield. Big ultis. Oh, and Fat Loot's blowing up Misha and the Vala. Will they get another pick?
Oh my
big
goodness.
condemn out
Beautiful.
by Sugar Bear, pulling a Rexar back into that ulti. Let's see this panda go down. They're looking for blood. They want it. They're going
out from Lunara. Well, they better not let this Blaze get out alive. This is really not acceptable.
They still have that top structure. Johanna's like, no, we're going for you.
Sugar Bear is like, I got this. This is exactly what you want to see a Johanna do. Tank that tower, get that kill, and get some value here.
Yep.
Instead, we have them kind of backing off, not really getting anything off of. You have 3 members on the side of TRSG down.
Sugar Bear's like, no. We are taking this from them. They have Lunar going back to clear because they do have Katas and a camp on core, and I think that Zimzam will be able to clear this so that they do not take core damage. I'm a little bit nervous them not having the Cassia there, but I think they really just want to clean up their lanes. We don't want to see a backdoor happening on the side of TRSG.
I think, unfortunately, like, the Lunara would be able to clear both of those lanes easily. You just need to pick that different talent, I think, in my opinion. And also, there's a talent where she also spreads her attacks to multiple targets, which would then help clear the waves even faster. So it's really an interesting build. I know they buffed Choking Pollen and things like that, but I think as the offlaning hero, you want to be able to siege as fast as you can.
Do you see this, what I'm seeing here? Look at this cheeky. So here's what I think they're doing. They're going to go ahead and see if they can get siege damage, and they're going to force, there's the recall from the other team, and then they're going to go back and swoop on and try to get the objective. But Johanna has stayed back, and she is clearing it. 24 out of 40. Let's see if they'll be able to secure it.
I'd love to see Lunara stay there. She has a wisp that she can do. But Johanna able to get out of that easily. Again, Misha poking the back line. Oh, Light Bomb comes out on the Rexar. Again, has to just...
Big stasis from Rexar on that ulti. What a well-timed
Blaze
Vayne.
But during all this fighting, HotDogs was still able to secure the
Salim
Punisher.
is in trouble, and he
Salim is in lots of trouble.
goes down. Got a Mortar Punisher here. They are in Robert's domain. John
Robert
Cena just going
using
in the back.
core. And again, this is where you punish that Ragnaros for doing what he did. He should have been on that target so that he couldn't have gotten out. That's generally how most people like to play that when Ragnaros goes into the core.
One person is going to have to go back. They have Katas on core, but they're going to want to look to make a win condition. I'm not sure that they can. The Mortar Punisher is half health right now. Lunara has back. They have to be very careful that they don't get picked here. Blaze is still down, but they still have a lot of CC on the side of TRSG. Misha looking for a stun. Will she get it? Oh,
Countering.
Mr.
Let's go.
Oh,
Beautiful.
yes. This is spicy. Vala
What
and
a
Misha goes
beautiful
down,
combo.
and the fruit fly goes down, and there's a stagger death that I think that HotDogs need.
Again, two people down and a Misha. I think this is where you keep pushing.
Oh,
Problem is you do have to deal with this annoying lava wave. Pace a little too deep.
what a
lot of
great pull
bloodlust.
by Scaly Manfish. Saving pace there.
I would have see maybe them starting on the bottom, get more pressure bottom. I don't know.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, it's those 3 camps are absolutely something that HotDogs can get, but still definitely want to see them try to get their win condition up because right now TRSG has 2 of their own.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to paint the map red as far as it goes for camps. But once again, they're going to have to back off and clear that pressure that they have in top lane. Johanna does recall Mr. Sugar Bear coming to help clear those Katas. Or not, just walking on by.
It's really tough because when you're at this late of a game, the death timers are so high. You had 2 members of the opposite team down. You really want to be getting value on the map. And then I don't mean by camps. I mean these buildings. They could have gotten something, and they're really all they're taking away is camps. Really would have loved to see them be a little bit more aggressive on sieging some property here away from TRSG.
Looks like they're going to try to get that pressure mid. Big stun out from Misha. Oh, and
beautiful
Candace
combo. Oh my
great
goodness.
Combo. Valkyrie
That
connecting.
was disgusting.
Well
So
played
well
on the
done.
side of HotDog. Oh, I thought for
Oh,
sure
no!
Johanna was going to be able to stop him from going into his molten core. Will they get a kill? Oh, sidestep! No, the stun!
Get out! It's hot. It's hot. Don't
It's too hot in the lane. Big stun out onto the Anduin, and he goes down. He's out of
Goodness
cards.
gracious. He's out of cards. He's out
Team's
of
core is
everything.
under attack.
Oh, wow. But honestly, that was an amazing combo from HotDogs.
Oh.
Really well executed.
No, Fat Loots!
Oh, Fat Loots, right when I was about to compliment you. You do this to me.
But Fat Loots had phylactery up, and he's able to come back right away. Let's see if...
Oh,
does he get
Vala
pick out on
getting caught.
Silver?
Silver.
Oh, he's so tempted to step up, but he knows better because their team is there, and they have a lot of stuns, and there's still 2 people down on the side of HotDogs.
HotDogs just out of... Oh, another tower down from them. Middle. Oh, I thought bottom was open for them, but I guess it's just middle and
Yeah, top and middle.
Look, I think Fat Loots is doing amazing. What a great pickup. Smart choice for them for him to be on this KTZ here.
Agreed.
Landing his chains, which is really starting the initiation of any kills that they're getting.
Johanna going in with a big condemn, but Fatsloot is stunned out by the Misha in the backline.
Focusing on the
Valkyrie
Vala.
out on the Vala, and Vala does go down.
Beautiful.
Big pickup for the side of HotDog. Misha's like,
Oh,
nope,
this
I'm going to get revenge.
Misa's charge is just...
Salim looking for the
Taken
flank on the
away.
back line, misses the stun, Anduin catches them in there, and bunkers out. Let's see if they'll be able to secure this kill.
Brightwing bringing Blaze's health back up with the TP. But
Big
half
light bomb
again.
now onto Salim again, and
There they go. It was just a matter of time. He was on borrowed time. But they still secured the Frozen Punisher somehow,
Yep.
TRSG, and this one's going to go straight to the core of HotDogs. They're gonna have to start burning it right away.
The good thing is
Oh,
that they
Scaly,
can
man.
they can keep it in lane here as long as Johanna is hitting it and kind of pull it away from that area.
Yes, that's definitely what you would do. Maybe pull it bottom so that you have the keep helping you out. But look, the DPS really needs to back up. They need to let Johanna be absorbing all of these jumps by the Punisher. It's not their job to be doing that. Just stay safely behind. It's so close.
And they still had to deal with these Katas up here too. But I think they're going to be able to burn this down. Now they're going to have pressure from both mid and top going on because TRSG did pick up those camps and they're picking up the bot camp. They're going to have to do some clever clearing so that they can't do a sneaky invade on one side. I'll be interested to see how they split this.
Zach, so we have the map getting painted blue by TRSG, pushing all lanes, getting camps in each lane, and really putting HotDogs in a turtle position.
I agree, Val. I would like to see a third game. Let's see if they have to clear out that shaman and the catapult there. They're splitting our time between top. I think this is smart. I think this is one way, and then they're going to have to look for a pick.
Be surprised if TRSG says we want that top camp as well, or maybe
Going
they just
for
want
this
to push
camp?
bottom. Look, when you completely disappear from the map,
Yeah.
it tells you a couple of things.
It does. Oh, I'm so nervous. They've got a cat on mid.
And they sort of just have to keep responding to what TRSG is doing.
But I'm really impressed. They have not let those shields go down. They still have 100% on their core.
Would love to see the Lunara put the Wisp in the bush, because you actually, with your #1 talent that you took, you actually get increased range, not just so much on the camp itself.
I like Misha here. Misha's in the prime position to go ahead and get a flanking stun, but Kingle's like, no, come on, let's go. They have a lot on the line here.
A lot of posturing from both sides. I think, you know what, they're really just going to wait it out. We probably won't see a big, huge team fight till the objective comes back, because HotDogs knows it's an objective that they need to win.
Oh,
otherwise
Misha
TRSG
is
wins.
scouted out Sugar Bear. Sugar Bear wants to go in. He's trying to make the engage. Pace jumps in with a fend. Oh, that was Blessed Shield with. Oh, Kingo pulled in. Will they get a big?
Here's the light bomb.
Misha goes down.
But
Does
Vala
Slim go
just
down next?
just destroying the back line.
Wow.
She had vaulted in and was just going away at pace, and the KTZ. This is maybe where the shield glares would have come in handy, just being able to stop her from auto-attacking your teammates.
Fat Loot's making sure that the shield does not go down. Oh, this is so nail-biting.
Right? We've all been there.
We have all been there.
We've all been there. I've been there exactly what they're doing on this map. It's interesting how TRSG can play this year. They don't really need the objective. They can just win on their own.
Yep. Oh, I thought that was going to connect, but it was slightly outside of that hitbox of that KTZ ulti. Look at that infinite stacking Q build for Vala.
During that chase, the camp came up middle and TRSG took it. So now HotDogs has to clear this middle wave before they even go to the objective, which TRSG is already on their way to starting.
Yeah, if they get this, it's going to be very difficult for the side of HotDogs to be able to stop this.
And the lava wave comes out bottom, applying pressure on that last remaining keep that HotDogs has. But they really just need to engage. This is it. This is your chance, guys.
This is the last fight, I think.
Incredible
big
light
light
bomb
bomb combo with the
Uh-oh.
ulti. Wow! Why is my...
Oh, Zimzam on the Vala, which just destroys her with a poison. Their core is under attack. Zimzam on.
But they need these kills. This is their chance. Oh!
Exactly. Great combo
Salim
by
goes
that
down.
Luke again.
Zimzam very low. Are they going to be able to back out? Anduin will be healing up his team.
You have 2 people down on the side of TRSG. Let's get some value from here. Send the Lunara back. Exactly. I agree. And just get the rest of the team to clear. don't need to clump so much. That would be my only thing, guys. Give them a little space.
Misha's gonna look
Because
for a
you-
stun there, scouting out in the bush.
Going
to get Tuna's stun. Oh, but return stun out from
Oh,
KTC.
the Brightwing almost down to 57, gets away.
I think Misha goes down
Incredible.
here. Oh, what a juke, but it is not enough.
A Brightwing kill would have been actually fabulous for them here. It would have staggered the deaths on the side of TRSG. But instead, they'll just go ahead and pick up the Punisher here. And I guess it's a Mortar Punisher? Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what the
Arcane
purple one is.
Punisher.
Arcane? Okay.
Let's see. I like how they have
The
this,
lasers, right?
the Wisp right here. Probably they're worried about that back door because really, TRSG could just go sneak around, steal that camp, and try to core and force HotDogs back to defend.
Yeah, they really don't. I mean, that's probably what I would have suggested, or maybe if I would have called it. Probably would have done a lava wave maybe in one of the other lanes to get the minions up there and then join them. Probably just needed the Ragnaros to defend, really.
Oh, the Boars are coming out in the back line. You got a big flank coming out from the side of HotDogs. There's the double lava wave where we see more kills. Amazing job.
The Boars slowing them down and then the lava wave coming out and hitting them. Really interesting combo. Not one I see very often.
Wow, amazing that they got out. They knew they had numbers there. If they had gone down, that would have been for sure GG on the side of TRSG because Lunara's going to went ahead and deep push those lanes, which is what they needed to relieve some of that pressure that they had on the core.
And really securing that objective allowed them to kind of get another go at it for the HotDogs here because it did look like if TRSG got it, they could have ended the game. So instead, they equalized or did some work on top, took the fort away from TRSG. A little bit of health on the keep. Would have loved to see them take more buildings though. It's just very tough when you have a Ragnaros that becomes a building and just absorbs a lot of the damage that the Punisher is giving.
Exactly. I wonder that they didn't try to invade them on that bot camp. They must have known that they were down there. If they had done that, it's almost like having extra team member when you have that camp aggro because it turns on you. It's a prime opportunity to look for picks.
So we're just dancing over here. Pretty much just buying time, waiting for...
I think they're trying to
Or the
scout out the
objective.
Misha. They're checking the bushes. They know about the sneaky flanks.
And unfortunately for HotDogs, the next objective is middle. If it was bottom, it would sort of really give them an opportunity to maybe get a win here. But middle, they still have to go through the fort. They just haven't had any opportunities to siege very much in this game.
I'd like to see the side of TRSG set up a bush gank. See if they can catch them in rotation.
Yeah, we saw them fighting in tight quarters really to their advantage because of Fat Loot's landing almost every single chain he's got and the follow-up Valkyrie pull. They really should be playing to those strengths that they have in these tight corners. Maybe that's exactly what they're trying to do.
This is the part of the game where they play Ring Around the Rosie or Ring Around the Map.
It's an expedition.
That's right. They're hunting them out. Sugar Bell rotating up here, looking for an engage. But I think that TRSG is out, but nope. Sugar Bell's going in on Salim. There comes out Chain's bunker is dropped. Big stun coming out. Light bomb hitting.
Another light bomb. Get that Ragnaros. And then, oh no, nobody's helping Fat Loots. Fat Loots needs help,
Save
guys.
Fat Loots. Oh, big stun. Oh, and Rexar pays for his transgressions.
Good. What he was doing is what we call illegal, and we do not like it. But while this was happening, the Winions are just decimating the core. Oh no! I've seen this happen before where a team didn't realize their core was being attacked. Oh no! Oh, I think
it happens.
Oh, goodness, unfortunate. The fighting was so good. I was so invested in it. It's just unfortunate that that's the way it goes. So much damage, though, put out by the side of HotDogs. Really incredible job by Fat Loots on the Kel'Thuzad. I mean, you play Kel'Thuzad. I do not. I refuse.
I play Kel'Thuzad very little, by the way.
Well, more than me, I would say. Just really incredible job. 122k damage out from him, and and another hero you play, Johanna, with incredible amounts of damage as well.
Exactly. I'm gonna see if I can. Let me message Robert if we can get an interview.
Oh, sure. So it's just so much damage on their side. It actually led to more kills. Of course, they're also having to damage the Misha, which sort of blows up those numbers. Since Rexar had 8 deaths, I'm sure it wasn't all him. It wasn't all his fault. The bear took a lot of that as well. On the side of TRSG, you see the Vala really poking out the numbers with her Q build here. Pretty well done on their behalf. Got a lot smarter late game, trying to really just focus down the Kel'Thuzad that was so exposed in the backline. It's a little bit of the disadvantage of when you don't have a second frontliner to help zone out. That's basically what happens, is that your backline, which is the most delicate one, Kel'Thuzad, could fall victim to some of the poking.
Let's jump into lobby 5 to meet with Robert.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Congratulations on your win.
Good. I mean, that was actually really interesting. You guys chose to go 2 games back to back with like such a heavy bruiser front line. Is that a signature of TRSG? Or
hashtag not a scouting cast.
Okay, wait. We need to we talked about it off the air. For those who are watching, I'm just gonna say it, Robert, so it doesn't become like an inside weird joke. Sil and I are on a Nexomania team that is actually facing TRSG tomorrow in our finals. So this was like, I think, mostly a coincidence because we wanted to cast teams that hadn't been had the opportunity to be cast before. So we ended up on this one, assigned to this one. But really interesting comp though. Like, is that something you guys work on? Like, in all fairness, like, tomorrow aside, because you guys seem to really have it down and be a well-oiled machine with the bruiser front lines like that.
Well, it's not something we planned, and I think it's just kind of an evolution because Kingo used to play bruiser for us for a few seasons, and then he wasn't here, or he didn't play with us last season, so then I stepped in the role. So instead of just swapping old roles, we just kind of was like, hey, what if we just kind of mess with it? So it's not something we always do, but sometimes we'll do it. Just kind of depends on how we're feeling. I wouldn't say it's a signature per se, but it's just something we messed around with. But I don't know, maybe it'll be a thing after this. Who knows? Maybe you're convincing me.
No, I mean, it's, to me, honestly, the most exciting games are the unconventional ones where people do pull out something that's different and interesting, and they win in a different, non-traditional way, right? And we saw how much value you guys got from having such high health pools and whatnot. And were you a little nervous when they responded with their 3 assassins? They said, "We'll raise your 3 bruisers and give you 3 assassins."
It was interesting because I've looked at this team and they've had a lot of different rosters like throughout the season, and we've actually played them in Div D like a few seasons back. I don't know how many seasons back it was, but we played the same group of people back then, and it was always a good competition then. Mm-hmm. So we had an idea of what it was, and I thought it was interesting that Zimzam ended up going Lunara just a solo lane because he usually plays heavier frontliners, but or he or she, I'm not sure. Zimzam, I apologize in advance. Yeah, so I thought that was an interesting take on it, and I don't think Sugar Bear normally tanks. He's usually like their damage dealer, and I don't think they had their regular tanks, so they were kind of flexing as well. So I think they made it work really well for what they had, and that, oh my gosh, that second game. How long was that game? Was it like 45 minutes, 30 minutes?
34. Yeah.
Yeah, we had to be super patient, and we're not a patient team, so.
There were some intense fights there for sure.
Yeah, they got a lot of KTZ value, and Fat Loots, I didn't miss it like for a while, and I was like, man, is he gonna play this on us? And yep, pulled it out.
Really? So you've known Fat Lutz to be a Kel'Thuzad player?
Oh yeah, he like mopped up on that in Div D. Like like
Oh wow.
I mean, obviously mopped up on us on this game. I mean, we're Div B, right? So apparently we haven't grown in that way, but
It made it enjoyable to watch. I agree with you. I give him full credit. He did an incredible job.
yeah, he got some
setting up a lot. So
got
Yeah.
great value for sure. For sure.
I have to ask, those target bans, both games, is it for Fat Lutz or is it for another player over there on the side of HotDogs?
Oh, which one?
The
Specifically?
Orphea and Zeratul, both games.
I won't single the person out, but yeah, there are specific bans. One of those, which I won't reveal, just to make it not as easy for scouting for everyone else, but one of them is a pretty darn good Zeratul player, and we just didn't want to deal with it. And another one is a pretty good Orphea player, from what I saw. So we don't want to deal with that either. So we're just
you
trying to make
did
it
your
as easy as we
homework.
could.
Good job
Of
doing your
course.
homework.
Of course, thanks.
Good
It worked
job.
out
Good
this time.
job.
Wait, what's
Well-
your team again? Let me do some homework for you tomorrow.
No,
Let's see.
no need.
We don't play anything.
You know what? We did play a series, I think, already, didn't we?
We
I
did.
think
You
we
guys were
did.
our first
You beat
one.
us in 3. You beat us in 3. I remember.
No, I don't think so. I think you guys
No.
beat us. It was the first series, and we're a new team. Like we Sil and I play casually together, and as along with one of the other members, and she plays casually with the other ones. But as a 5-some, like it's our first time, so I think we were a little discombobulated. But
Feel that way. It felt painful. What I remember.
Well, I guess Robert, do you have any shout outs you want to make or do, or like while we're
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, absolutely. Number one, just shout out for you all just casting. Appreciate you, and it's awesome. I'm gonna love playing it back and just seeing your insights and what you value. It's always kind of good getting that kind of feedback. Definitely want to shout out to the Team Rainbow Strike organization. We have a couple teams. Almost had 3 this time, so we're growing a little bit. Still small, but growing. But thanks for all the support and all the scrims. Just thanks for all of our team just practicing and putting in the work every week. We're casual, but not like super casual, but kind of casual too.
No way. You guys are hardcore gamers
No.
there with your
Yeah,
strategy.
you guys
No,
are. Look at all that
no.
wave clear you had.
No, yeah,
You're not
R to
fooling
win.
me,
That's it,
Robert.
right? R to win. Yeah, there's no skill there. It's like, all right, what time is it? All right, hit R now. Okay,
Wait, I'm
that's the
curious.
extent of my skill.
Are the other teams from Team Rainbow Strike Go called Team Rainbow Strike Go, or are they called like a spin-off, you know how like some organizations do? Or
Yeah, we had one of them is the Team Rainbow Strike Go Knights, and they're taking a break off the season, and then the other one is Team Rainbow Strike Go Spice, and they're in
oh
It's
yes,
the
you're right.
and
Yeah.
on the east, I believe. Yeah.
Okay,
Spice.
very
Yeah.
cool. I
I
love
like
these.
it.
I love these orgs that sort of step up. And
Yeah,
then,
good times.
is there anywhere that you want people to find you, Robert? Do you have like a Twitch, a Twitter?
Oh.
or-
Yeah, sure. I have a Twitch. I don't know what it is. I linked it earlier. Do you remember what it is? Pretty good.
Oh no!
It's I think
Come on.
it's Robert Hots. Let me do. No, it's Follow Robert. I think is what it is.
Follow Robert.
Yeah,
guys.
follow
Go
Robert. That's my
give him a
Twitch.
follow.
I actually do have a YouTube thing that's Robert Hots on that one, and I have nobody following me there, probably because the content's boring. But follow me, support. I
Yes.
appreciate y'all. Thanks.
You guys, the love.
Drop in a follow right now. You
Oh, I
got the
appreciate it.
love.
Thank you. I need
Um,
to follow you. How can I not follow you yet? Let me do this now.
oh,
All right.
I'm there.
Hidden treasure. Here we go.
I'll probably be streaming tomorrow. So
I will
Yes,
be too. Just
we
a heads
will
up.
see you
Oh, yeah.
tomorrow.
yes,
Yeah.
we'll see you tomorrow, Robert. Good job today. I'm so happy for you guys getting. I think it's your first official win. of the
Yes,
season.
finally we
So-
got
GG's.
one.
GG's. It feels good, and
Good.
just keep up the good work. You guys did great.
All right. Thank you as well. Appreciate you both.
All right.
So we want to go back to our.
Oh,
Casting
sure.
mode?
We've got to hop over to. I think we're in lobby 2.
Okay. Lobby 2.
Oh, we got to turn on my camera one more time.
Oh yes. Apologies.
All right. End of streams. Ah! You're not in yet. Now they see me twice.
Oh no.
Dude,
Oh,
that's-
technical difficulties. I feel like I'm out of focus too. But yeah, that was actually a lot of fun. Thanks for inviting me again. I'm so happy that we got to do a cast where a team ended up getting their win. So makes them feel good, and hopefully we get a win tomorrow against them.
We'll see. That is definitely a tough team to play against. Boy, that last game had some really exciting moments where I was just on the edge of my seat of, are they going to turn this around? Are they going to turn this around? That Valkyrie combo really came out of the side of HotDogs that game, and wow, that was impressive KTZ play too. So well done,
really,
both teams.
Really, just great. Like when you have the synergy and you choose that this is how we're going to play it. This is how we can excel. You see that's exactly what happened for HotDogs. They really have something special going for them, and they need to just kind of focus on that, I would say, and that's how they can keep improving and getting those wins out. Really fun to watch, absolutely. But so tomorrow we are playing in the Nexomania finals of our division, and if anybody out there wants to check it out, I'll be streaming my POV at Duudettes X. So that's twitch.tv, Duudettes, and the letter X at the end. Duudettes with 2 U's because I'm that special. And hopefully you guys come and check us out. Check out me and Sil. And, one of the comments, Sil, that I got from someone that had watched us on our comms said that it was just that we sounded like we're just relaxed, which I don't know if that's ever true.
I do drink cocktails when I play.
Well, maybe that's why. Maybe we all just sound like we're a little bit tipsy, and it just so. I think it's fun to hear comms, and you understand how teams synergize and how they work together and talking, and it's a learning experience for a lot of people. So come by, say hi, and